Hey, David Wygant, 10-minute daily reality check here with a special guest, Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas. Just talk right here.
Hey, I got you. Hey, Nicholas.
Hey, Nicholas, what did you see last night that was so exciting?
Bunny rabbits.
What do you like about bunny rabbits?
Playing with their mommies and relaxing.
Wait, they were relaxing, the bunny rabbits? Tell me how. How were they relaxing?
Like, a little bit.
They were doing a little bit. What else do you like? So we just spent 2 days together. What else did you like? What was your favorite thing you did yesterday?
Yes. Seeing the bunny rabbits.
Seeing the bunny rabbits? What else? Did you like the beach? Did you have fun at the beach?
I found out the beach, yeah.
What did you do at the beach yesterday?
Swim.
Yeah, swim. I remember you were swimming in the waves and your dad was holding you, right? And then what else?
And also, Dad was holding me.
They was. And what else did we do on the beach yesterday? Did we play football?
Yeah.
Did you play baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, you played baseball on the beach. And what else did we eat?
Wait, I want to see if bunny rabbits are here.
You want to go see if the bunny rabbits are here? Okay, that might be the end of the interview with Nicholas right now. Because Nicholas is actually going to see the bunny rabbits. But here's something that's interesting, Brett, right?
Yeah.
Is that...
Sundown, come on.
Okay, 1 second. We just got to do this, okay? What was your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really hard one. I have to think about that. I don't know. Getting kissed by the prettiest girl in class when I was in kindergarten, I think. That's a pretty good one.
Do you remember her name?
Yeah, Lisa Ruttman.
Wait, no way. No way. Lisa Ruttman? The Lisa Ruttman?
Yeah.
The Lisa Ruttman that I had to do the boner tuck. Okay? Now, let me tell you, I did the boner tuck. Lisa Ruttman, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade had breasts bigger than most girls at 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And Lisa Ruttman sat next to me. And I could never get up because I learned the boner. Remember the boner tuck? You used to put it in your waist, literally maneuver it, put it up in your waist, and then walk and then just pray it didn't go off to an angle at all.
Yeah, so when you stood up, your desk didn't get up with you.
Pretty much, right? So that was my favorite childhood memory, I think, was the summer with me and Greg Seltzer. My mother decided not to send me to camp that summer. I begged her. I was like, please do not send me to camp. I do not want to go to camp. I do not want to go to Brant Lake. Please just let me just stay home. So my father was really angry the whole time. He wanted to send me to camp. Finally, my mother said, just let him stay home. That summer, Greg Seltzer and I literally fought kids from Brooklyn. We had gangs on the beach. We dug holes all day long. Remember like in the Hamptons in the 70s, the sand would get crusty some days, and you'd be able to chisel out like little crusty pieces. Well, we had sand fights, and that's what we did. And my mother looked at me at the end of the summer, and she says, I hate you. You're never staying home another summer ever again. But yet, to me, that was my favorite summer ever.
Yeah, it's really, summer and childhood, it's like freedom, right? Like whatever you think about, it makes you think, oh my God, I was so free during that time. Right? And I think that's a great kind of, without getting too philosophical.
Please get philosophical.
It's kind of a great lesson, right? Like, hey, enjoy yourself, relax a little bit, be free, feel free.
How do we get free again? It's funny because childhood is freedom. And I look at my daughter and I go, what do you want to do today? She goes, I don't know yet. And then like you see her little brain working and there's like not many options. It's like rope park. Do I want to eat at Cafe Gratitude? Shall I get a smoothie? Right? Should we go to the mall and just see if I can get Dad to buy me something? It's like you could see her little mind working. It's such freedom, especially in the summertime. Summertime is complete freedom for kids. It's such a beautiful moment to be able to just be free. But adults walk around and they're just so uptight. It's like they wake up in the morning, they need a cup of coffee to get stimulated, which the majority of adults do, except for me. I just kind of wake up, right? And I'm not making fun of you coffee addicts at all. I think it's kind of cool.
I'm definitely a coffee addict.
Oh, you're a huge coffee addict, and just about everybody knows. But the rest of the day is like putting out fires. And the way we even talk about things, it's like we put out fires, It's like we have so much stress today in my life, and we have limiting beliefs. Children don't have limiting beliefs at all. Children just go and literally do whatever they want. Why are adults so limiting?
I think because we're thinking, that's exactly what we're doing. We're limiting ourselves. When we're walking around thinking about what we can't do or what can't happen or what we're trying to keep from happening. We're literally putting restrictions on ourselves, and when we're kids, that doesn't even occur to us. Like, we can do anything, right? But most adults, myself included, a lot of the time, we don't walk around thinking, I can do anything right now. I can do anything with myself, with my life, with my business, with my relationship. I can do anything, right? When I was 2.5 years old, I stood up on a thing like this on the porch, and my mother stopped. She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm Superman. I'm going to fly." Like, it never occurred to me that I couldn't fly, right? So I think that we all kind of walk around with this list in our head, right? When we start to sort of go over and over and over, the list in our head of what we don't want to happen. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, since Einstein said everything is energy, right? And if you want a certain life, you have to match the frequency. Well, if that's the frequency in your brain, if that's what you're thinking about, what you don't want, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. And it's pretty cool. Like, everybody's heard what you think about, what you bring about, all that stuff. But it's really true. So if you walk around with what, like you said, limiting beliefs, you are in fact limited by those beliefs.
Yeah, it's interesting. The magic of childhood, we don't have it in our brain that we can and can't do something yet until our parents tell us, you can't do this and you can't do this. And why don't you do your homework? And why are you not as good as your sister? Okay. And how come you can't do this and you shouldn't do this? And that's how we get our limiting beliefs. Our limiting beliefs come from our programming from our parents. And the beauty of life is we have no limit. If you think about it, every morning when you wake up, we have absolutely no limit. We have no limit to the money we make. We have no limit to the life we create. We have no limit to the relationships we create. We have no limit to the friendships we have. We have no limit to anything. I mean, we could do whatever we want. Too many people are in what I call, and what we've seen so many times, survival mode. Mm-hmm. They wake up and they go, oh man, I really hope I get enough clients this month so I can pay my bills. It's like, oh man, my kids are starting school. I'm going to need some extra money. Oh shit, the engine's got a knock in it. And then, people will take the car to the repair shop and all of a sudden it's $800. They're like, $800? No. I barely have enough money for milk this month. Limiting beliefs.
It's like the whole, a lot of the guys are interested in dating and meeting women, and it's like you see a beautiful woman that's exactly your type, and the first thing that probably goes through your mind is all the reasons why she wouldn't be into you. Instead of thinking, oh my God, how great would it be if I just walked over there, we had an instant connection, and we started talking and see where things went. You know what I mean? It's like exactly right. It's like thinking of the world as abundant and thinking of it as, oh crap, all this shit is coming down on my head.
Well, we're also teaching our kids that. If you're a survival mode person, then you're teaching your kids survival mode. Mm-hmm. Then you're walking around and go, I want to show my kids what a survivor I am, and that my kids can do anything. And then I look, people say it to me all the time, and I look at them and I go, great. If you can do anything, you wouldn't be a fucking survivor. Because you're not teaching your kids anything. What you're doing is you're teaching your kids how to survive. You're not teaching your kids how strong you are. Strong people, we're kings and women are queens, right? So a strong woman should look, or a strong man should look and go, hey, listen, Junior, I'm a king. I run my own castle. I'm going to show you how to run an unlimited castle. So that way warriors and servants and everybody else are going to work their asses off for you, right? Mm-hmm. Smart mode. A woman should look at her kids and go, listen, your mom's a tough ass person. Your mom is a survivor, right? Change that story. Say, your mom, I'm a queen. Mm-hmm. I fought my way to win this queenhood. I fought my way to be the queen. I had some rough times, but I worked hard and I did it. And you know what? If I can be a queen, you can be a queen. What we do, we teach our kids how to survive, right. How to do reverse mortgages, how to, you know what I mean? It's like, we teach our kids all that stuff. Like you always make fun of your mom and say, the house was an ATM. Your mom was a survivor. Total survivor. So it's like meaning that there wasn't enough money and she didn't make enough money and she was the original if Barbara was the original Airbnb person and dating coach. Totally. Right? If Barbara was living in today's modern society as a 40 or 30-year-old woman, mm-hmm. she would have been Kezia Noble, mm-hmm. On fucking YouTube, sure. Right? Sitting there and talking about telling men and looking hot and sexy and everything else, right? And she would have fucking made up Airbnb.
Right, but all she thought about was how are we going to survive, not what do I want my life to look like, right? It's like Remember, I don't know if you watch the NBA. You know, the NBA Finals. The MVP was
Curry.
no, Kevin Garnett.
Okay, we're gonna.
Right, Kevin Garnett. And you know, you could say, well, he's 7 feet tall and he's fantastic. Yeah, there are a lot of 7 feet tall guys. But his mom wrote him a note when he was 7 years old that said, "You can do anything," and that's the message that he heard for his entire life. And so he has always believed he can do anything. Now, he comes from a really, really poor background, you know, and there are a lot of kids that he grew up with that, you know, sold drugs or got shot or ended up in jail, you know what I mean? But he's always believed he can do anything. And that's the common denominator in everybody who achieves anything, yourself included, where people notice them, right? Where people see, oh my God, this person is kind of the example. They always had that belief, right? One of my favorite stories, and you've heard me say it all the time. Bruce Springsteen turned down by 63 record companies. You know what I mean? He was playing these really dives in awful places, and when he blew up, when he got big, some reporter said to him, "Bruce, did you ever think you'd play in front of 100,000 people?" He said, "I always thought I'd play in front of 100,000 people." Like, that's it. Because if you have that, if you're sending yourself, that's the conversation you're walking around with every day, that's what's going to happen.
So, what are we going to learn from our children? Instead of creating our children, Nicholas, come here for a second.
I'm okay right now.
Okay, good. So instead of looking at our children and reliving the childhood through our children, which a lot of people do all the time, a lot of people make the mistake and go, "I'm going to get my child the dance lessons that I didn't get. I'm going to give my child this that I didn't have." Right. So then you become a slave to your children. Good job, right? So then you could spend 18 years of your life basically not living your life. Show your child how to live a life. Show your child that his abundant or her abundant mindset and thinking are powerful ways to think, so you can create the future that they have that could be different than your future. Stop being in survival mode, folks. Learn about children right way. So that's it. 10-minute daily reality check out. We're going to have one person say goodbye. Hey, Nicholas, can you do me a favor? Can you just say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye.
And what did I teach you last night? Ish Billy.
It's Billy.
Oten Doten.
Open Dalton.
Bebop.
Bebop.
A Dooten Dotten.
A doing Dalton.
What not?
What not?
Nish.
Nish.
And what was the other one? Shelgo.
Shogo.
Gotabit.
Go beat.
Bungas.
Bungas. What's that?
Hey, Nicholas, what do you want to do when you get older?
What's that?
Okay, what?
I was a doy.
Hey, Nicholas, what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you get older? What do you want to be?
I don't know.
But you know you can be anything you want, right?
Yes.
Okay. Nicholas, say 10-minute daily reality check out.
Which one?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Daily reality check
Till check
out.
out.
Please spread
Please spread.
this all over Facebook.
It's a piece all over Facebook.
I love you all.
I love you all.